Hello Year 8, today we are starting equations and we're going to start right at the beginning with 1 and 2 step equations. Now first of all, an equation is made up of two expressions that are separated by an equal sign. If we want to solve an equation, that means that we want to find the value of the pronumeral that makes the statement true. This is usually done by backtracking, which is doing the opposite operation in the equation. It is always a good idea to check your solution by substitution. So let's have a look at these examples. These are one-step equations because when you have a look at the pronumeral here, k, you can see that there is one number on the left-hand side of that equal sign with the k. So there's one number that I need to move away. Now we always do the opposite operation. A plus is the opposite of a minus and vice versa, and times and divides are opposites of each other as well. So if I have k and I subtract 20, if I want to move that minus 20 away, the opposite is to add 20. Now I have to do it to both sides of the equal sign, because you want to think of this like a set of scales. We have to keep it balanced on either side of that equal sign. Now if I have a minus 20 plus 20, that would make 0. They would cancel each other out. So the k is now all by itself on the left hand side of the equation. And on the right hand side of the equation, I have some numbers here that I can add together. So I have minus 5 and I want to add 20. That gives me the answer of 15. K equals 15. Question 2. I have 15k equals 180. So 15 right next to the k means that they are multiplied together. The opposite of multiplying is to divide by 15, which we can also write as a fraction. Fractions mean divide. 15 divided by 15 cancel each other out. So now the k is by itself, and we just need to work out what 180 divided by 15 is to get the answer of 12. Question 3. N over 9 is equal to negative 18. So the over 9, that's the same as saying divided by 9. The opposite of dividing by 9 is to times by 9. Those 9s there will cancel out. N is now by itself on the left-hand side, and we need to type in minus 18 multiplied by 9 to give minus 162. Question 4. V minus 16 equals minus 2. So the number with my pronumeral is minus 16. The opposite of minus 16 is to plus 16 to both sides. The 16s here cancel off. V is now by itself. Minus 2 plus 16 is equal to 14. So V equals 14. Question 5. Minus 13p equals 195. Now, even though it's a minus 13 there, we're not going to add 13 to move that away. That minus 13 is multiplied with the p because they're right next to each other. So what I need to do is divide by negative 13. They cancel away. P is by itself. Oops. And I want to find out what 195 divided by negative 13, and I get negative 15. Question 6. In this equation, we have 17 equals x over 3. Now, this is a little bit different because the pronumeral is on the right-hand side of the equation. So we still do it the same way. I'm trying to move that 3 away from the x. At the moment, that means it's divided, so I need to times by 3 to do the opposite, which will cancel the 3's away. Now, because I like the pronumeral on the left-hand side, on this next line, I'm going to put the x first on the left side, and then I'm going to times the 17 by 3, which gives me 51. X equals 51. Question 7. 2 equals k minus 4. Again, the pronumeral is on the right-hand side, so that minus 4 is the one that needs to move. To do the opposite, I need to add 4 to both sides. They will cancel away. I'm going to switch sides again. The k is going to go to the left, and 2 plus 4 makes 6. Question 8, r plus 2 equals minus 12. I want to subtract the 2 to cancel those away, and then I will get r equals, and we have a negative 12, and we want to take away 2 more to get negative 14. Okay, so they're one-step equations because there's one number that we have to move. On the next page, we have two-step equations because there are 2 numbers near our pronumeral that we need to move away. So we just have to work out which one to do first. In this first equation, my pronumeral is m. The m has been multiplied by 2, and then we add the 3, okay, which gives us 13. So what we want to do is do the reverse order. Because that plus 3 was the last thing that I added on, I need to get rid of it first by subtracting it away. So that's my first step. Subtract the 3, subtract the 3. So they will cancel off. I still have 2m, and on the right hand side, 13 take away 3 is 10. Now I have this 2 to get rid of. That's multiplied with the m, so to get rid of it, I need to divide by 2. Cross them off. M is now by itself. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Part B, we have 5r plus 6. Okay, so those are the 2 numbers that we need to move away. Now r is multiplied by 5, and then we add 6. So reverse order, I need to get rid of the 6 first. Subtract 6, subtract 6. That gives me 5r left, and 26 take away 6 is 20. Then I want to get rid of the 5. Now it's multiplied with the r, so the opposite is to divide by 5, divide by 5. R is now by itself, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. Next one says part E. We've obviously skipped a few letters, but that's okay. So let's go with, we have the 3a, and then we want to take away 5. So 3 is times with a, take away 5. In opposite order, we want to add the 5 to both sides. Cancel that off. 3a is now by itself. 25 plus 5 is 30. Next step is to get rid of that 3. It is times with the a. So we want to divide, doing the opposite. Cancel them off. A is by itself. 30 divided by 3 is 10. F, we have 5 times x, take away the 3. So in opposite direction, we're going to add that 3 first to do the opposite. Cancel them away. 5x is left, and 37 plus 3 is 40. Now to get rid of the 5, that's multiplied together. So we want to divide by 5. Cancel the 5s away. X is by itself, and 40 divided by 5 is 8. Make sure that you show all of these steps. It really makes it much easier. For G, we have got 2 times by G, then we subtract 6. So opposite direction, we want to get rid of the 6 first. So I'm going to plus 6 to both sides. So that leaves 2g and negative 10 plus 6. Be careful with your negative numbers. Negative 10 plus 6, negative 4. Then I want to get rid of that 2. So it's multiplied. I need to divide by 2. G is by itself. Negative 4 divided by 2 makes negative 2. Use your calculator if you need to. Okay, so just going to keep practicing, and then it gets easier and easier the more you do. So in the next one, we have 3 times p and minus 5. So the first thing to do is to add the 5 to cancel that one off. 3p is now on the left-hand side, and I have negative 8 plus 5, which makes negative 3. Now I want to get rid of this 3 with the p. So to do that, I would need to divide by 3 on both sides, cross the 3's off. P is now by itself. Minus 3 divided by 3 is minus 1. Question I. We have 5 plus 10a. Okay, so the a is multiplied by 10 and then we've added the 5. Okay, so even though these terms are switched around, I have to start with the 5 first in moving them away. So that means I'm going to subtract 5. So cancel those off. I have 10a left, and 35 take away 5 is 30. Then to get rid of the 10 with the a, I need to divide by 10. Cancel the 10's off. A is by itself. 30 divided by 10 is 3. J also has the terms switched around here. We've got 8 plus 3e. Okay, the e is multiplied by the 3 first, then we're adding the 8. So in reverse order, I have to get rid of the 8 first. So I'm going to subtract it to do the opposite. Cancel them off. 3e is left, and 29 take away 8 is 21. Now to get rid of the 3 with the e, we are going to divide by 3. Cancel that one away. And e is by itself. 21 divided by 3 is 7. Okay, then S. We have a fraction in here. That's okay. The x has been divided by 3 first. Then we add the 2. In reverse order, that means I have to subtract 2 first. So that leaves the x over 3 part. 5 take away 2 is 3. Now, to get rid of the 3 on the bottom, that is being divided, so I need to times by 3. Cancel that away. X is by itself. 3 times 3 is 9. And T, very similar question. The y is divided by 2, then I want to add 4. So opposite direction, we start with the 4. Let's take away the 4 because that's the opposite. We have y over 2, that's left on the left hand side, and 3 take away 4 is negative 1. Now to get rid of this 2, that's a y divided by 2, so the opposite is to times by 2. Cancel that one away. Y is by itself. Negative 1 times by 2 is negative 2 for the answer. All right, we're almost to the end here. U, we have x over 4 take away 5. So the x has been divided by 4 first, then we take away 5. So in reverse order, I want to add 5, so doing the opposite to both sides. Cancel the 5s off. We have x over 4 left, and 8 plus 5 is 13. Then we need to get rid of that 4. So I need to times by 4 because that line means divide. X is now by itself. Now, not too many people know their 13 times tables, so you can always use your calculator. 13 times 4 is 52. And for V, we have W divided by 7, and then we want to take away 3. So in reverse order, I have to add 3 first, doing the opposite. Cancel that off. W over 7 is left. Negative 2 plus 3 makes a positive 1. Then to get rid of the 7, I need to times it. W is by itself, and 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, that's it.